By the end of the season, even Bruno's biggest fans will admit that turning down 100 million for him was a huge mistake. What are your thoughts on that? I don't think Bruno Fernandes fans are going to desert him no matter what. I've played the game. I've been here. I've seen what happens when you criticise Bruno, and I'm one of his fans. I'm just a realist. They ain't going to desert him at all. They'll blame other people. Bruno has a loyal following. But I like the question because, like it or not, and I like Bruno, and I'd still argue he's our best player, and he is our captain. But what I liked about the post is that absolutely categorically at the end of next season, the jury will be out. Amorim will be scrutinised. Turning £100 million down for Bruno, the worst thing about it is, and we said it at the time on this channel, is that whatever decision you make, there will be a reckoning at the end of next season. The only winner in that was Saudi, even though they lost, because they basically disrupted. They showed ambition and bravery to take him. And when they didn't take him, and we made the decision one way or the other, it was always going to be scrutinised because it was such a big offer. If you'd sold him and we'd had a bad season, everyone would have said, well, that's because you sold Bruno. And if you keep him and you have a bad season, well, that's because you didn't sell Bruno. Amorim and the club were between a rock and a hard place the minute that bid came in. The interesting thing is going to be who gets proved right and who gets proved wrong, because one party will, and Amorim's either going to be right or wrong. If Bruno's Player of the Year and we finish in the top 5 and we're back in the Champions League, and I hope that's the case, Amorim's there. Sit down. If we have a bad season and we finish 6th or below, and Bruno doesn't work in the midfield, then Amorim is going to be scrutinised as you turn down £100 million for a guy that can't even play midfield. So it's going to be really interesting. And look, I'm not going to deny I like a good debate. We can't solve it now. I'd love to know your thoughts, but that ain't a problem that is going nowhere. I say problem. That's not a story that's not going somewhere. One way or another, there will be an answer to that question. And I like Bruno. I want Amorim to do well. And I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong with every bit of me. I want to be wrong. I was on Terry's channel this morning and we were talking about it. And it was like, I just want a season where we're happy. I want a season where we're positive. I don't think you realise how draining it is week after week expecting bad results and then watching bad results and then arguing with fellow United fans. I want debates. I want conversation, but they're so much better when you've got a trajectory, a path, a step forward, a movement forward. I want to see that this season. So I want Amorim to be right. I do not want to go back to the when's he going to get sacked, who's the next manager going to be, the cycle all starts again. I want to see a progressive season. But there are one or two things that you look at and you go, he's got to be right on that. He's got to be right on Bruno in the midfield. He ain't going to play him as a number 10. Amorim wants quick flair players as number 10. Mbumo, Ahmad, Xerxes, Cunha. And people say, well, Xerxes is not quick, but he's a flair player. He goes past people. Bruno can't go past people, and he ain't particularly quick. He likes Bruno. He's just finding a place for him in his team in the midfield. That has to work. If Onana's his goalkeeper, that's got to work. And if Nicholas Jackson's his striker, well, he may as well sack himself.